the American Psychological Association, found that 7 out of 10 people feel or have felt like an imposter at some point. It's probably higher than that.
Sure.
I feel like everybody has, right? How does developing your self-belief help combat that imposter syndrome?
I think the important thing, there's such lack of transparency and authenticity in the world today that people aren't willing to share their difficulties. Everything's just posturing. Like, everyone has the little voice. Everyone has the little voice. Every single person on the planet comes with a little voice. It's built into the system. The little voice that says, you're not that good. You're a fraud. You're not congruent. You say one thing, you do another. And by the way, that's 2 things can be true at the same time. More than one thing. 3 things, 5 things can be true at the same time.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, everybody falls short. There's no perfect people. One of the feedback we got from this meeting we just held with everybody, they were talking about our mastermind event, right, which is our flagship event. We had over 3,000 people and coming away saying it was the best event they were ever at. I led off that event by showing a picture of myself 30 pounds heavier than I am today. And saying, this was from 6 months ago and I didn't even recognize myself. That's right, Mr. Motivator, Mr. Inspirational, Mr. Coach Guy, Mr. Guy with a lot of answers, with the 500,000 people tuning in every month on a podcast, looked at a picture of himself 6 months ago and was shocked and said, man, I got to do something about it. And that, across the board, was the most transformational thing in the whole event. I had 4 fabulous speakers. We had 2 days, 8 sections of content. Brilliant event, but that's the stuff that struck with people. Because why? Because someone they admire and who's considered a successful person stood up and goes, hey, here's where my shortcomings are.
No doubt.
And then here's what I went and did something about it. So we all have that little voice, and it's okay. It's just not okay that the mouse has a megaphone. It's not that it cannot be the dominant picture. And we're so quick to believe other people and so quick to doubt ourselves. And the fact of the matter is, people are projecting, and usually projecting images, and everything is such image now. One of the things that you watch a movie today, and you have some bit player in the movie has to be like make an appearance, or there's so many distractions in the show. That's one of the reasons why the British still kind of dominate with a lot of their actors, and because they get, I have a bit part, I'm going to do my bit part and then go home for lunch. In America it's like, I have my 8 seconds here and I'm going to selfie my way. The bottom line is, we all have that little voice. We all have those doubts, beliefs, fears, apprehensions. We've all made mistakes. We all have something to go back to that says I didn't get it done. But at the end of the day, the imposter is the person who's not willing to acknowledge their shortcomings.
Right.
The imposter is the BS artist that says, I don't make mistakes.
I got it all figured out.
Yeah. I'm good to go, whatever. That's the person that has to go home at night and in their heart of hearts is consumed. And again, in the business I'm in the personal growth and development business, the self-help business, there's a bunch of those people who have written books. And they'll never, ever acknowledge their own shortcomings or what they've come through. And yet that's the only thing people identify with. So we all have the little voice. We just got to make sure the little voice that we heed it without hearing it. We heed it and then go out and see where we need to grow, but we don't give it too much power. What is it that you bring to the table? Are you the person that should help somebody? What are your gifts? What are your strongest suits? What do you do? What have you done? I've done it before, I can do it again. Okay, that's what I know I'm about. I'm going to go do that.